We are live. We are live on YouTube. So I just got a notification on my phone. Oh, look, Hollywood Gatekeepers is live on YouTube. Hi, I'm Carolyn J. Carpenter. I and my partner, Doug Shaner, me and my partner, Doug Shaner, we know about grammar. And that's what we'll cover today because I need to learn clearly. So we are readers and we like to share the things that we have learned as readers. I also volunteer. I'm not in retail. I volunteer, but I'm on the go. So I'd like to do these lives from wherever I happen to be. And today I am volunteering and we have with Assistance League, and we actually give away school uniforms to children who don't have an opportunity to get their own school uniforms. So I'm here volunteering. Thought I'd do, Doug's here too, yay! Thought I'd do a quick little video here about what a reader writes about a screenplay. So basically we're just going to cover we do have a handout. It is in the notes below, so you can get it there. And we basically wanted to share the template of a thing called coverage, so you can see what a reader writes specifically about a screenplay. Well, how they go about writing it more importantly, or not more importantly, but this is how they go about writing it. It's a template so you can see the format of what they're looking for. So coverage is basically like a book report. So someone hires a person, a reader, to read their screenplay. It can be an actor sometimes, or a casting director, or a producer, director, agent, lawyer, manager. There's a lot of people that use readers. And so typically it's a producer or agent, lawyer, manager, sometimes a distribution company, but they will hire you to read their screenplay, read a screenplay that's been submitted to them. And then you are to read that screenplay, and then you summarize it, which we'll go through in a moment. And then you give them the book report known as coverage. And then they decide the next steps based on what you've said in the coverage. Does that make sense? So download the handout and I will explain kind of how it works. So basically, when you look at the handout at the top, you will see that there is basic information: the name of the writer, how many pages is the screenplay, what's the genre, that kind of thing. So you kind of get a basic overview. Then you will move into what's known as a log line. If you're here, I think you probably know what a log line is, but basically it's like the little one-sentence version that you get when you're scrolling through the TV trying to decide what to watch, and you see the little one-sentence versions. Those are kind of log lines. We could do a whole, and we probably should do a whole episode just on log lines, because there's a lot of different ways you can go with log line. So your job as a reader, you're not trying to sell the screenplay if you're reading it for a producer. See what I mean? Like, already I'm going down a rabbit hole, but your job is to let that producer know what is this story about. So in terms of a coverage, you wouldn't necessarily do a cliffhanger kind of log line. It would just be straight ahead. This is what it's about. And then there's usually a grid, and you'll see that on the template, where it's got on one side, it has like dialogue, characters. It varies a lot from production company to production company, but all the things that they think are important that they want you to look for. And then it'll have good, fair, bad, poor. And then you're taking and you're marking, oh, dialogue, that's good. Oh, characters, oh, bad, poor. So you're getting an overview. So at one glance, a producer, director, writer, whoever asks you to read the screenplay can look and see, oh, here's the areas that are good. Here's the areas that need work. And then after that, you will have a comment summary. So you will be making comments, and then you'll summarize those comments at the top so that they don't have to read through all your comments to get the general gist of what you think works and doesn't work in the screenplay. And then you've got what you think should happen with the script, whether it's a pass, consider, or recommend. And there's lots of room on that too. Sometimes it's strong consider, or medium consider. Depends on the company. When you do this, when you apply for jobs, you submit your own samples so they can see your work, and then they'll typically ask you to do a sample as well. So that's basically it. Then the next section is all of the things. You have to take that screenplay and you need to condense it down to a page or two of what happens. So you need to write what happens in the screenplay, and then you write what works and doesn't work about it. So that's basically it. And then at the very bottom, you typically do another little summary of, once they've read it, these are the things that work and don't work, and this is why I gave it the rating that it got. So that's basically it. See? Simple. So every single one of these sections, I could go on. I could do a whole hour more on every single bit of this, every little tiny thing, which is what we do in our courses. We dive in and go through in very great detail every single tiny thing. And we have a whole philosophy of reading that a lot of people don't have, that we're really trying to get across, in terms of readers being uplifters for writers, that you're trying to help them. You're not trying to slam that gate shut. You're not trying to be snarky and mean and send them on their way. And that, two, you are a support system for producers so they can really rely on you. So we talk a lot about what a producer goes through, so you really kind of understand the dynamic there. And then three is basically helping you with your life so that you can, know how to take projects, how to look for projects, how to not take projects, how to not work for free, all the things that will happen to you if you start doing this for a living. So those are the three areas that we cover. We do these weekly trainings to give you a taste of how it's all about, so you can see if it's something that interests you. And if you download the handout, you'll go to a page that has a lot of different videos and handouts that you can download so that you can see more about the reading process. So that's basically it for today. And we are super excited to have you here. Our Hollywood Gatekeepers podcast is also launching. I'm filming this in the summer of 2019, and we are really excited to have our podcast launch. So look on iTunes for that. It launches on August 2nd. Of 2019. So whenever you watch this, if you haven't seen the podcast, check it out. Check out the handout down below. We also have other videos. We put links below that you can check out all those videos as well. So we are super happy to have you here. We will be back next week. We do this every single week. So welcome to Hollywood Gatekeepers. Again, I'm Carolyn J. Carpenter. Been a reader for a long time, and we're super excited to share our views with you. All right, we'll talk to you soon. Bye.